which means they are at the top. The United States holds the tiebreaker currently on goal difference on +9 to Dominican Republic's +7. So the hosts will battle the United States of America. It's coming up very shortly here from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic.
Buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. Demos la bienvenida a los equipos nacionales de Estados Unidos y la República Dominicana para el partido de esta fase del Campeonato Femenino Sub-20 de la Concacaf.
Back here at Estadio Olimpico, Felix Sanchez in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. It's the 2020 Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship. As the teams go through the handshake line, the anthems have been sung, and we'll take a look at the starting 11. We will go with the Dominican Republic first. The captain, Alisa Oviedo, scoring 2 goals against Honduras over the weekend in the first match. The coach, Diigo Gutierrez, will be hoping for more of the same in terms of goal scoring, but of course knows the task is very tough against what could be the tournament favorites in the United States. Just 2 changes to the lineup for the Dominican Republic coming into today's match after the 7-0 win against Honduras just a couple of days ago. So they will be in their all-white kits, and the tournament hosts hoping to make a good mark here on match day number 2 in Group C. The referees today, an all-Mexican crew. Katia Garcia will be in the middle. Odette Hamilton, the 4th official, took charge of a game yesterday in San Cristobal, where the other groups are playing their matches. 2 stadiums here in this competition. So the handshake's complete there for the United States and Coach Laura Harvey. 6 changes. She said there would be plenty of changes with the amount of games they have to play in a short number of days, so 6 changes into the lineup here today. But Mia Fishel, she stays in the lineup. She scored 4 goals against Cuba, tied a U.S. under-20 record for most goals in a game. We'll get into more of that as this match continues, but plenty of firepower for this United States side. Brianna Pinto also making her 33rd appearance for the under-20s. That is the most on the roster. So the United States looking to follow up what was an impressive performance the other day with another one here today. As we take a look at the substitutes for either side, plenty of firepower for the United States. Sophia Smith, Trinity Rodman, 2 of those players that we could see at some point today. Sophia Smith, of course, the #1 overall pick in the NWSL draft just a few weeks ago, the only pro on this United States roster. In goal today for the U.S., Julia Dole out of Penn State. So she gets the nod in favor of Claudia Dickey, who made her first appearance for the under-20s just a couple of days ago. So it is match number 2 for both of these sides here in Group C. Cuba and Honduras will take to the field after right here in Santo Domingo. There's the whistle underway from the Dominican Republic. The United States and the Dominican Republic, the hosts here in this 2020 Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship. And early on, some possession for the Dominican Republic. They come in off that 7-0 win against Honduras. So they have to be feeling good about this. Alisa Oviedo scored 2 goals. The captain, she's starting once again. Lillian Clase, who also scored 2 goals, did not get the start today. So she could come off the bench for the Dominican Republic as this match continues, but as we probably expect coming in, the United States, the favorites, and will look to control this match as they please. A 9-0 win. Very impressive outing for the U.S., but these 2 teams have faced off just once in this competition as the United States wins it back after the DR was coming forward. They met just once in 2004. It was a 14-0 victory for the United States, and Megan Rapinoe bagged a brace in that match. I'm sure that was a pretty special day for Rapinoe, but she would have more special days in her future. So the U.S. tries to play through the midfield. A switch of play. Here's Macy Bell. Trying for the long ball into the path of Rebecca Jarrett. And it's out for Dominican Republic throwing. There's Diego Gutierrez, who is tasked with being the host nation here in this competition. Always maybe a little bit of added pressure when that is the case. And of course, Laura Harvey just being named the under-20 coach, coming over from the NWSL, the former coach of Utah Royals and Reign FC. She did spend time as the under-23 interim head coach in 2017, so a little bit of experience with U.S. soccer. It's Brianna Pinto continuing her run forward, trying to find Mia Fishel. Mia Fishel in on goal, and there's the opener for the U.S. They pick up right where they left off. Mia Fishel continues her goal-scoring ways. Her 5th goal in 2 games, and it's now the Dominican Republic 0 and the United States 1. The only question was whether she was going to be onside. She was able to hold her run just enough. Brianna Pinto with the assist. And just like that, the United States able to get out in front. Another look at it here. Oh, it was really, really close. You have to slow that down to see whether she was onside for sure, but the flag stayed down. No VAR, of course, and it's 1-0 to the U.S. And now we're throwing, heading back to the Dominican Republic. Well, Mia Fishel, she's got to be now a front runner for the Golden Boot in this competition. And of course, the U.S. has had 3 players previously take home the Golden Boot, in Kelly O'Hara in 2008, Sydney Leroux in 2010, and Mallory Pugh in 2015. All world champions in their own right. And Mia Fishel definitely making a name for herself. And just her 2nd appearance for the under-20s. Scores yet another goal. The Dominican Republic, they obviously earned the automatic bid by being the host, but most likely would have qualified anyway, being the 12th ranked team coming in. They do get a tough draw with the United States in their group. But of course, with the top 3 teams advancing, an opportunity for more teams to get into the knockout stage. The ball is taken there by Lopez in goal. So how will the Dominican Republic respond? They haven't had too many opportunities on the ball so far. Appeal for handball, but play continues. And now out for a throw-in. It took the United States 9 minutes to score their first goal on Saturday against Cuba. Today it only takes them about 3. Nice swanger, a giveaway. It's taken by Garcia. And an immediate giveaway. Here's Jarrett. Jarrett finding some open space. Jarrett taking the shot on. She tumbles down. The ball goes out of play. It looks like a goal kick it will be for the Dominican Republic. United States very alert to all these loose balls, as looks like Samantha Meza was there to force a corner kick. It will be the first of the match for the U.S. Meza, who also scored a goal against Cuba. It will be Brianna Pinto to swing this in. The 2019 Young Player of the Year in the United States. Off the ball towards the back post, looking for Fishel. Knocked up in the air. Lopez is there to knock it down. Looked like just knocked it out of the path there of Meza. Now nice swanger. Still in here for the U.S. The shot coming on. And it's taken by Lopez. Not sure she had a great view of that, but was able to get two hands on it. And now she'll send it back downfield. Immediately won back here by the U.S. Played wide for Kennedy Wesley. All of the top college programs, or at least most of them, are represented on this roster. The likes of North Carolina and Stanford, who battled it out in the College Cup. Of course, Stanford coming away with that title. But now the United States potentially in on goal again. And there is the second goal. Rebecca Jarrett, her first goal for the under-20s. And it doubles the United States' lead. It's now 2-0 to the U.S. An 8th-minute goal for Rebecca Jarrett, the Virginia Cavalier. Able to latch onto a loose ball, and an easy finish in the end for Jarrett. Look at it here. Looked like the goalkeeper was going to come out and try to make a play on it. Instead, Jarrett was alert to it. And they'll take a touch around Lopez. And from there, all she had to do was put it in between the pipes, and that was an easy goal. A good finish, though, in the end. And the Dominican Republic, they were on the other end of a big-time blowout. They had a huge win the other day. An appeal for penalty as Meza goes down. But now they could be on the losing end of what could turn out to be a big scoreline for the U.S. Already 2 goals inside of the opening 10 minutes. Plenty of smiles to go around today for the U.S. Kennedy Wesley to throw it in. From the all Pac-12 freshman team, made 25 appearances and started 13 of the last 14 matches for the Cardinal. A long throw in. It will stay in for the U.S. Pinto plays it wide again. Here's the cross coming in, and this one will hit the side netting and roll out of play for a goal kick. So a 3rd-minute goal by Mia Fishel, and an 8th-minute goal by Rebecca Jarrett. Trying to play out of the back. Now Sponstra, her cross, easily taken. There have been very few touches so far in this match for Alisa Oviedo, who really starts this attack for the Dominican Republic. The captain from the University of Vermont. The U.S. showing early on why they should be considered the tournament favorites coming in. Of course, they have to win one of the 2 semi-final matches in order to qualify for the Under-20 World Cup later on this year in Costa Rica and Panama. The dual host is what makes the qualification a little funky this year. Low cross sent in, and Mia Fishel, a clinical finish. Already a brace inside of 12 minutes. And the U.S. off and running. It's now 3-0. And she just cannot stop scoring goals. Another look at it here. A brilliant cross in from Wesley on the left side. Mia Fishel making that darting run towards the near post. Just a little flick is all she needed. Good look at it right here. And And Lopez could do nothing about it to keep it out. So far, just domination by the U.S. It doesn't look like it's going to let up anytime soon. The U.S. scored 3 goals inside of 16 minutes against Cuba on Saturday. Today, already 3 goals inside of 12 minutes. Some pressure being shown here by the Dominican Republic. Sanho comes away with it. Sanho still carrying it forward. Now Garcia. First real attack of the match for the DR. And Garcia will carry it out. Sponstra, Neiswanger was in there to knock it away. And now Pinto will play it wide. And the U.S. able to come away with possession in the end without a shot given up. Julia Dole might not have a whole lot to do in goal today. Dole, along with Sponstra, have the most under-20 camps on their resume during this cycle with 6. So 2 very experienced players and plenty of experience on this team for the United States. A long ball sent forward into the box. Lopez flying off her line. Unable to clear it away, and a foul there in the end by Emily Mason. At right back today. You can see the foul coming up from behind there by Mason. We talked about experience, and the U.S. has plenty of it. Germa, Pinto, and Smith, that's Sophia Smith, all logged significant minutes in the 2018 event, in which they beat Haiti in penalty kicks to advance to the World Cup in the semifinal round, and they eventually lost to Mexico in the penalty kick round. So, and that was in the final. So the United States trying to maybe exact some revenge on the field this year and bring home that title. They've won 4 of the last 5 Concacaf titles since their first in 2006. They've made all 9 under-20 World Cups since 2002 at this level, and they won it 3 times in 02, 08, and in 2012. Just passing it around, in and out of the white jerseys. Played wide. Here's Pinto. Fishel's in the middle. Sponsor's making a late run. Pinto still carrying it forward, and her shot deflected out. Another corner kick up coming for the U.S. It was Nadia Colon who stood in there, was able to block that away for the DR. Laura Harvey has to be pleased with what she is seeing so far. This one stood up towards the penalty spot. Just missed there on the header by Jarrett. It will be collected by Mason right at midfield, and she'll send it forward again. Trying to knock it into the path of Macy Bell. Lopez in goal, comes away with it. Nessa, a giveaway. Going to ground now, Meza. The battle with Pacheco for it. Looks like a foul will be called against the U.S. So this match, the first of two here today, Cuba and Honduras, coming up about an hour after this one concludes. And other action today was Jamaica taking down El Salvador. That in Group E. Canada and Guatemala going at it right now in San Cristobal. When it comes to the knockout stage, I mentioned earlier, 3 teams from each group will make it through to face 4 teams who have already been put into the knockout stage in St. Lucia, Bermuda, Grenada, and Barbados. So it will be Group C matching up with Group E. Now the other 2 groups, D and F, will match up as well on the bottom part of the bracket. There's Macy Bell carrying it forward. Sponstra wide for Mason. And her shot or cross goes into the side netting and out for a goal kick. But because of Costa Rica and Panama hosting the Under-20 World Cup later on this year, it kind of threw a wrench into the normal qualification process, because both of those nations earned automatic bids to the World Cup, which means only 2 teams will make it from this qualifying tournament. And that means only one of the United States and Canada, just because of how the knockout stage is situated. As those 2 teams could play each other if they win the groups come the semifinals. So that would be a play-in game to the World Cup. And what a juicy fixture that could be in about a week's time. Played in for Fishel again. Able to bring it down. Fishel on the turn, and Lopez diving down to her left. Able to deny me a Fishel on this occasion. Bounces over the head there of Macy Bell, but Sierra Enge was there. Macy Bell trying to play through the middle. A nice swung that tracks it down. Now here's Pinto. Playing it wide for Meza. Still Samantha Meza on her right foot, a deflected shot that Lopez was able to control. The DR trying to start something on their own. Sanho carrying it forward. Sanho going for goal. Her shot is blocked. Now Pacheco will clip it back in. Macy Bell able to knock it away. And now Sponstra will slow things down and keep possession for the Americans. The U.S. did not allow a shot on goal against Cuba. We might be headed down a similar path here today. A couple of shots already been blocked. Nothing to register so far for the host nation. Here's Sponstra, plenty of open room. Ahead for Mia Fishel again, and it's right at Lopez. An acute angle there at the near post. Couldn't quite steer it past the Dominican goalkeeper. Kennedy Wesley ushers it out for an American throw-in. Another look at that chance. It was Sponstra laying it into the path there of Fishel. Give credit to Alicia Victoria, who's there in defense. We're right at the midway point of this first 45 minutes. 3-0 to the U.S. The goals came fast and furious. 3 in the opening 12 minutes, 2 of them for Mia Fishel, who's coming off a 4-goal performance on Saturday against Cuba. Another through ball, this one for Pinto, and the offside flag will be raised this time. Another look at it here. A good look at it. Looked like just creeping into an offside position.
Steps and extend that straight out.
Nessa. She gets pushed off the ball by a Sanho, who also scored a goal against Honduras the other day. She almost loses her footing, but able to keep possession.
2 backwards, turn and open.
Long ball sent forward. Here's Oviedo. One of her first few touches of the match, and gives it right away. Here's Enge. And played into the space down the left for Wesley. Wesley and Enge on the left side of that back line. Teammates at Stanford. And of course, the other center back in Macy Bell took on both of those players in the College Cup final, but it was Stanford to win out on that day in an epic final. Here's Macy Bell. Some pressure from Sanho. Now sent back for Dole in goal. Each time a girl joins football, the world takes a strike towards equality. If you empower a girl, you empower a community to fight for their dreams. Concacaf W, we belong. Sent forward for Fishel. Comes away with the loose ball. That one in the corner for Jarrett. Already a goal to her name today. To the end line. The cross will go all the way through for Meza. Niswanger was there to keep it in for the U.S. A great cross in. Fishel couldn't quite get her head around it. Meza goes down in the box. It looks like she just lost her footing and play continuing. Now put out for a throw-in. Here's Sponstra. And Mason has to knock it out after some pressure from Cristina Garcia. Goal scorer in this competition against Honduras. Dionisio to throw it in. Dionisio again. One of 2 Division I soccer players in the U.S. for this Dominican Republic team. Oviedo, the other, at the University of Vermont. Dionisio at Yale, an Ivy League school. Mia Fishel, look at the Jets turning it on to try to put some pressure on this Dominican Republic back line, and she'll win a throw-in. And Laura Harvey applauds that effort. Really well done there by Fishel. Those little details really can make a big difference. Now a throw in here for the U.S. Coming into Fishel. Jarrett will take it off the foot of a Sanho and then give it right away, but Nessa was alert to it. This field rather has already seen 4 games played on it in just a couple of days, and with the rain, it's taking a little bit of a beating, but still holding up decently well. Mason, as this one deflects out. Pinto for Niswanger. Niswanger will take it on. Couldn't keep that one on frame. And already a first half sub coming for the Dominican Republic. It's Lillian Clase who will come on here in the 30th minute. While Alexa Pacheco will make way. The half-hour mark, it's 3-0 to the U.S. here in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. And taking on the host nation here today in the Dominican Republic. 2 goals already for Mia Fishel, continuing her goal-scoring ways. Now 6 goals in 2 appearances for the under-20s. Fishel actually tied a U20 U.S. record for goals in a match with pretty long list of players. Kelly Wilson, Lindsay Tarpley, Heather O'Reilly, Kian McNeil, and Savannah Kuhlman. So pretty good company there. Just trying to keep it going. Here's Jarrett. Gonna weave through some defenders. It loses out to De Jesus. For Pinto. Her cross coming in. Takes a deflection. Jarrett bringing it down to the box. Pressure shown by Victoria, and she's able to knock it away. Also blows a foul behind the play against the U.S. Back by the Americans. Jarrett couldn't quite bring it down. Cologne was there in defense. Now Pinto. Low cross as she was falling down. It's dealt with by Dionisio. Now here's Fishel on the left. The Dominican Republic, after the opening 12 minutes of giving up 3 goals, held strong for the last 20 minutes, really denying the U.S. a premium goal-scoring chance. A little bit too tall for Fishel. A good target there at the top of this formation for the U.S. And another long throw-in upcoming here for Kennedy Wesley. Looks like an injured player here for the Dominican Republic. Is Alisa Victoria. She needs some attention. She doesn't want the medical attention. So she is making the walk-off. Dominican Republic down to 10 players at least for the moment. Long thrown again. Pinto in the path of Wesley. Her cross for Fishel in the middle, who went down. It was knocked away by Lopez. Sponstra is still there. Pinto trying to track that down, unable to do so. Now a potential counterattack opportunity for the Dominicans. This one sent all the way through, covered well by Macy Bell, and rolls all the way through for Julia Dole. Minutes plus stoppage time to go until halftime. Long through ball, Meza. Now Pinto. This one whistled dead and looked like offside there on Samantha Meza. So now a free kick for the Dominican Republic. Trying to find something else in this first half. By getting that huge win for the Dominicans on Saturday against Honduras, the goals and the goal differential, as long as they don't lose this one by too much, it will help them immensely in trying to get the second or third spot in this group. Oviedo now, defended by Bell, and winning the first corner of the match for the Dominican Republic. And really the first set piece opportunity for the DR in this match. That was Christina Garcia over to take it. The in-swinger lifted in towards the back post. It's a little bit too far there for Oviedo. Now Colon tracks it down. And here comes Mason. She wins it for the U.S. Nessa. She'll slow things down. As the Dominican Republic gets back in defense. There will be a throw-in awarded to the DR. Lets it over the top. Dole has to come out. She settles the situation nicely. Things have definitely slowed down since the U.S. found that third goal. They're still looking for more. Nessa. She loses possession. Quickly won back by Wesley. Here's Sponstra. Sanho was tracking over to knock it out for a throw-in. We'll see what Laura Harvey wants to do with her 3 substitutes today. Since she wanted to rotate the lineup, the amount of games they'll have to play. This one headed towards Lopez, a big collision with Meza. It'll be a foul against the American number 19. But Lopez, a brave play there to come off her line and dive in to knock that away. 5 minutes to go until halftime. Another look at it here. Pretty heavy collision between those two. Lopez and Nessa look to be okay. Here's Pinto. Pinto making people miss. It's still Brianna Pinto. Still going, the cross coming in. It's dealt with by Colon. A long shot coming by Mason, it's blocked. Here's Jarrett. He'll try to track this down in the corner. Nadia Colon was there, and it will be a foul against Colon in the corner. Pretty much a short corner kick upcoming for the U.S. Nice swinger to send it in. A curling in swinger towards that near post. It's headed away. Miscommunication will open up a counterattack opportunity for the Dominicans. De Jesus. She has to turn back. The U.S. swarming to get bodies back, winning back the ball. Knocked into the path of Fishel. But knocked away by Dionisio. Once again, Kennedy Wesley over to throw it back in. There's Wesley again. Cutting in field. Pinto stayed onside, all the way to the end line. Cross is blocked away. And Perez can come away and try to start a counterattack. Quickly put out for a throw-in. Anything left in this first half for the Americans. The opening 12 minutes, very kind to them, scoring those 3 opening goals. Dominican Republic has really dug in, though, defensively in the last half hour or so. Foul by Macy Bell. And on the captain, Oviedo. Bell didn't like the call. Now a set piece opportunity just inside the midfield stripe for the DR. Final few moments here of this first half. In the path of a Sanho, but this one will run out for a goal kick. Couldn't quite get a touch on that. Diigo Gutierrez will have quite a task ahead of him in this second 45 minutes. He wants to make any more changes come the second half. William Classe was the one sub at the half-hour mark. Nessa. The whistle will bring that back as we get into 1 additional minute of stoppage time. Pretty heavy challenge there. Will maybe one last set piece for the Dominican Republic in this first half. Nice swinger with the infraction. Coming up from behind, taking down Alisa Oviedo. It's going to be a shot on goal, and it's going wide. Wasn't too far away, and a good effort by Mia Sanho. And there is the final whistle here in this first half. Well, the goals came early and often for the U.S., 3 of them to be exact. 2 goals for Mia Fishel, another one added on by Rebecca Jarrett. And that's where we stand at halftime, 45 minutes down, 45 to go. It's the Dominican Republic 0 and the United States 3.
Otro más que iba por jugador orgulloso del campeonato sub-20 femenino de la Concacaf 2020, porque el fútbol tira a futuro, solo a futuro. Sigue el Concacaf.com en Facebook para conocer más de nuestras iniciativas en torno al fútbol. El juego del fútbol es universal. Todas las niñas y mujeres merecen la oportunidad de jugar y alcanzar sus sueños. Con Concacaf, somos más.
Highlights from the first 45 minutes from here in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. It's the U.S. and the Dominican Republic here in Group C action in this Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship. And it was the U.S. really picking up right where they left off in this first half. 3 goals, and they all came very, very quickly. The first one would come from Fishel. Through ball there by Brianna Pinto, and a clinical finish by Fishel. That was the first of her 2 goals in the first 45 minutes. And nothing really Lopez could do. It was just one-on-one with the keeper. And Fishel going to finish that 9 out of 10 times. And then another opportunity. Jarrett would try to get around the goalkeeper. She would do just that. Lopez trying to come off her line. But Rebecca Jarrett, a good finish in the end and a good first touch to find that open space. And there was nobody in between the pipes to clear that one away. And that was in the 8th minute that Rebecca Jarrett got the U.S. a second goal, and that was her first goal for the United States Under-20s. Then come the 12th minute. There will be one more goal for the U.S. And this was a really smart run. Fishel just muscling her way in front of that defender. Kennedy Wesley puts it right on a platter, and all she has to do is flick that past the goalkeeper, and that was a first half brace. There will be more opportunities coming for the Americans in this first half. Fishel will be a big part of the attack as we expected coming in. And there would be a couple of chances for the Dominican Republic. And this was the free kick right at the end of the half. A shot, but not on target. And that was the free kick from Sanho, and that is where we stand here after 45 minutes here from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Take a look at the first half stats. Dominated by the U.S. as you'd expect. Just that one shot for the DR was the last kick of the first half there in stoppage time on the free kick. So it's halftime here in Santo Domingo. The U.S. in control here from Estadio Olímpico Felix Sanchez.
Concacaf, todos tenemos derecho a jugar. Unidad, fútbol, acceso y calidad son nuestros pilares. Concacaf, a fondo por nuestro pueblo.
Back here at Estadio Olímpico Felix Sanchez in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. It is Group C action here in the 2020 Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship. Here in Group C, the U.S. and the Dominican Republic. Josh Eastern back with you for the second half as the teams make their way back out onto the pitch. 3 goals for the U.S. in the opening 12 minutes, and then the final is about 33 minutes. A little bit slow for both sides, but it was the DR who really locked down on defense, so the U.S. looking to start the second half as they started off that first half. We'll see if we get any subs here for this second half. We already had 1 sub there in the first half for the Dominican Republic as Lillian Clase came on. We are just about set to go. They'll switch ends. Of course, the U.S. in their all blue kits. Dominican Republic in all white. So now the Dominican Republic going left to right, and we are just about set to go as Katia Garcia blows her whistle. Underway here in the second 45 minutes from Santo Domingo. Immediately it's put out for United States throw-in. An impressive first 45 minutes for the U.S. Mia Fishel picking up right where she left off. Goals in the 3rd and 12th minutes. She now has 6 goals in this competition. There was a look a moment ago at Diigo Gutierrez, the manager for this Dominican Republic side, trying to find some sort of attack and get back into this match here against what could be labeled the tournament favorites in the United States. Couldn't quite get it past Clase. She won't be able to retrieve the ball either. Here's Wesley. Wesley carrying it forward. Couldn't quite find Nessa, and it's out for another throw-in. Laura Harvey has to be pleased with at least how that first part of the first half went. Sure, a few things she can address with that latter part of the first 45 minutes. But the Dominican Republic trying to find that goal-scoring form that they had on Saturday against Honduras, a 7-0 win for them. Here's Pinto now. Taking off the ball by Sanho. Weaving in and out. Now Oviedo, the captain. Playing it wide for Clase, but Wesley is fouled. And a free kick for the United States. Another look out of here, just taking out the legs there of Wesley, who was trying to get back into the play. Handball on Pinto. Picked up by Jarrett. Coming down the right. Colon over in defense, and she's able to knock it out for a throw-in. Here's Fishel towards the end line. Cross coming in. Goes right into the side netting and out for a goal kick. The match coming up after this between Cuba and Honduras will be very interesting, and unless the Dominican Republic came back into this, they will have a keen eye on that one, as those two teams looking for their first result of this competition in match number 2. If there's a winner in that match, I feel like the Dominican Republic feels pretty good, and they should feel pretty good anyway about going through after getting the win in the first match anyway. With the U.S., they win this one and will most likely take home the top of the group unless they falter and fail to find a result on Wednesday when they will face Honduras. All the way to the end line, Sponstra cutting it back across towards the penalty spot. Fishel's there. There's a slight deflection. Nessa will try to keep it in, and she can't do so. It was Perez who just lifted it up over Nessa. Clase able to keep possession for the Dominican Republic, at least move it back downfield. Another long throw, and this one into the path of Clase, but tracking over was Emily Mason to knock it out. Knocked out now for another throw-in. these group stage matches, as long as the United States takes care of business, a great chance for Laura Harvey to mix and match rotations and find the right combinations for when you get to the knockout stages and into those semifinal games where you have to win, as Oviedo was called offside. Everybody on this team obviously has plenty of talent. They all play for some of the top schools in the country in women's collegiate soccer. As this now rolls out for a goal kick. It's all up to Laura Harvey to find that right combination and find out what works. And we will get a substitution coming for the U.S. Jenna Neiswanger, the captain, she will come off. Caitlin Duong will come on. So here in the 52nd minute, it's the first sub for the United States. Caitlin Duong, Minnesota Gopher from Portland, Oregon, making now her 5th appearance for the U.S. Under-20s. Duong comes on. A deflected clearance. Sponstra nearly comes away with it. Perez and Fishel battling for it. Another throw in here for the DR. Duong making her first appearance in this competition. Now Jarrett. Trying to slip it inside for Pinto on that diagonal run. Now Fishel. Plays it wide. A low cross coming in, it's taken away. Cologne able to get around a few defenders before she gives it right away. Deflected off of a Sanho and out for a throw-in. Fishel now tracking this down at the end line. The cross coming in. Lopez just gets a touch on it to push it into some empty space before she can grab it with 2 hands. Pinto is making the run right at the top of the 6-yard box. Way down the line, looking for Fishel, showing off her speed once again, asking for a deflection. And she will get it, a corner kick for the United States. Looks like another sub coming on. It'll be Kennedy Wesley coming off. Tania Della Peruta to come on. Wesley, a strong game at left back. Now it's Della Peruta, the coming Georgia native. There's the in-swinger towards the back post, and Fishel got a touch to it but couldn't put it on frame. Della Peruta making her 6th appearance. We take a look at Duong sending that in. Fishel just couldn't quite get clean contact. Looks like they hit off her shin. Della Peruta, the only player who plays outside of the United States, and she plays for FC Cologne in Germany. So now 2 subs on with Duong and Della Peruta. Jarrett trying to track this down, and she does. All the way in towards the corner. Long cross. No intended target as it's put out of play. Another goal kick. The U.S. trying to get that bite back in their attack that they had in the opening 12 minutes. A few chances that caused some danger to Lopez in goal, but not a whole lot else. As Victoria will take this goal kick. Laura Harvey, one more sub that she can use today. Laura Harvey, she was in the NWSL in the coaching ranks, of course. But before coming to the U.S., she was an assistant coach with the Lionesses with their U17, U19, U23 teams from 2005 to 2011. So a lot of experience with national teams and getting to be around this age group of players. And there's a giveaway in the back. Oviedo into the path of Clase, and she just couldn't finish. Rather, it was a Sanho who just couldn't put it on frame. A great opportunity, and that is something that the Dominican Republic will look back to and say that was our avenue back into the game. Perfectly placed through ball there by Oviedo. You're not going to get a much better opportunity in this match if you're the Dominican Republic, just pouncing on that misplaced pass. Maybe that'll give them some more confidence to go forward as the U.S. still leaving a sliver of hope available for the Dominican Republic in this match. There's been numerous occasions where they could have put this out of reach, but have yet to do so as of yet. There's one person who can. It's probably this person on the ball here, and Mia Fishel. Knocked out for another corner. Urania in defense. Another in-swinger towards the back post. Fishel tried to knock that in, but couldn't quite get clean contact again. And it's out for another goal kick. Sanho. The crowd starting to get into it a little bit for the host nation. A shot right at Dole. If that's a shot on target, it'll be the first of the tournament given up by the U.S. Here they come streaming forward. Nessa now for Pinto. There's Nessa again. The giveaway by Samantha Meza. Della Peruta, who just came in, along with Emily Mason, who's been at right back today, and Trinity Rodman, who is available off the bench today for the U.S. All three of those players are age eligible for the 2022 Under-20 World Cup as well, so they will get another go at this, potentially in a couple of years. A couple of players on this roster, and Germa, Pinto, and Smith all logged significant minutes in the 2018 event as well. It's not uncommon for the U.S. But Dole, Wesley, Della Peruta, Fishel, and Rodman, they won the Concacaf Under-17 championships in 2018. So, as you'd expect with the United States women's national team, from their senior national team all the way through the younger levels, a lot of success in world and regional tournaments. right at the hour mark. The goals coming in the first 12 minutes and nothing since. Give a lot of credit to the Dominican Republic. They're starting to get a little bit more of a foothold in this match. Causing some issues for the U.S. Of course, still well in control of this match with a 3-0 advantage. Opportunity coming for the U.S. On the follow-up, a great save by Lopez. Nessa was into the box first. She lost her footing, and then Pinto fired it at Lopez. A great save by the Dominican goalkeeper. And now this match trying to open up just a little bit. Peru-the there to close it down. Clase pressuring Macy Bell. Julia Dole will slow things down here at the back. The Americans finding themselves under some pressure here to open up this second half. Peru-the. Wide for Meza. Peru-the again, cutting in field on her right foot, trying to find Pinto there on the through ball. This goes all the way through for Lopez. Another giveaway at the back. Here's Oviedo trying to make the U.S. pay this time around. Macy Bell commits the foul. And that will also be a yellow card for the U.S.'s number 14. She can't believe it. Another look at it here. There's that left arm. So Macy Bell has her name taken in Katia Garcia's book, and a set-piece opportunity. We saw Sanho fire a rocket at goal right at the end of the first half. It missed just wide of the post. And Julia Dole, she'll get an opportunity here to see a shot come towards her goal. Once again, Mia Sanho, 1 goal against Honduras on Saturday. Can she make it 2 in this tournament? 5-player wall for the U.S. As Sanho going for goal, and it hits the wall. It does its job. Now Urania to throw it in. Mason there to head it away. Perez gives it right back to the U.S. Fishel lays it off for Meza. Long ball over the top, looking for Jarrett. Lopez coming out of her goal. She's going to knock this off to the right. Jarrett will keep it in play. Jarrett now into the box. Centering pass for Pinto. Brianna Pinto makes it 4. A lethal counterattack by the United States. And Brianna Pinto, her 5th goal for the under-20s, comes in her 34th appearance. It's now the Dominican Republic 0, the United States 4. And if it wasn't out of reach a few moments ago, it might just be now. Another look at it here was all Rebecca Jarrett keeping this play alive. Nobody there to mark Pinto, and an easy finish past Lopez. The Dominican Republic had worked so hard to keep the U.S. out of goal for about 50 minutes of this game. But they end up conceding yet again, and Brianna Pinto, who was chasing after that record of 43 under-20 caps held by Maya Hayes, needs just a handful more to reach that milestone. 34 caps with this appearance today, and just 9 more needed. She could get it later this year if she plays in every match. We'll see how that plays out. Brianna Pinto scored 2 goals against Cuba. Now has a 3rd goal in this competition. And it's Duong here on the corner kick now for the U.S. Towards the back post. Headed up and out of play. And this one a goal kick. Well, the U.S. felt some pressure there from the Dominican Republic for a while. So we take a look at the corner again. Mason and Fishel were in the same area there. Sanho is able to finish that opportunity a few minutes ago. She was played in by Alisa Oviedo. Could have been a whole different game, but that's what good teams do. They get a little bit lucky in those situations where Sanho misses the goal and then they make him pay on the other end. That's where we stand here at 4-0. Here's Fishel. Her cross is blocked. Stays on her feet. Another cross coming in. This one did not take a deflection. Out for another goal kick. Football knows no gender. Football knows tenacity. This is your open invitation. Get off the sidelines and get in the conversation. Concacaf W, we belong. The United States and the Dominican Republic, after this match, 1 more to go in the group stage. The United States will take on Honduras, while Dominican Republic will take on Cuba. And a player down for the U.S. as play continues. Gonna push it upfield. Looking to find Clase. Now it's Oviedo. Oviedo back for Clase, but she was in an offside position. An injured player still down for the U.S., so they'll slow things up. Almost timed that run well, and she would have been in if so, and definitely in an offside position. Stella Peru nearly played her onside, but nearly doesn't cut it when it comes to offside. The injured United States player being attended to. Looks like it's Alexa Sponstrup. Looks like they're working on that left leg as she's trying to get help back to her feet. Another look at the goal from Brianna Pinto just a few moments ago from our goal cam. Just had Lopez guessing there of which way she was going to go. And Brianna Pinto, the North Carolina Tar Heel, was able to finish. Looks like we'll get a hydration break in the meantime as well with the injured player. So 20 minutes to go. And the U.S. with a 4-0 advantage, and they'll have a goal kick. The sponsor looks to try to come back on here. Back underway after the hydration break. And the U.S. looking to close out what would be a second straight victory here in this competition. Looking for Meza. Macy Bell coming up from her defensive responsibilities to keep possession there for the U.S. Clase is able to win it back. But a heavy touch. We'll put this out of play. Laura Harvey just saying, let this run out. And we'll get some subs on, as it looks like both sides have somebody coming on here. It will be Dahian Cabrera to come on for the U.S. Well, Perez will make way. Coming on for the U.S., it will be Summer Yates out of Pasco, Washington, the University of Washington Huskies. And coming out is Alexa Sponstra. Both those subs here in the 73rd minute. The final sub for the U.S. And still one more remaining for the Dominican Republic. Summer Yates, 5 appearances, this being now her 6th. 3 goals for the under-20s, including 1 on Saturday against Cuba. As Della Peruta goes down on the foul by Clase. The free kick for the United States. In a pretty good position here. Ball sent in by Duong, headed on and wide. Cluster of United States players in there. Looked like Mason, though, got her head to it. Lopez has conceded 4 goals today, but has also come up with some pretty big saves as well. A couple in the first half. A few more here in the second. Good play by Meza to have this run through for a throw-in. This U.S. team, very battle-tested coming into this competition. They played teams like Sweden, Germany, Japan, and France. Some of them at the Nike International Friendlies in 2019. So a lot of experience for these players against teams they could play at the upcoming Under-20 World Cup. Sanho carrying it forward. She loses out possession. Nessa will have to chase after this as Urania keeps it. Now here's Fishel. Trying to play a through ball for Jarrett. Lopez off her line. Unfortunate deflection there for the DR, but it looked like it glanced off her arm of Jarrett. It's exactly what Katia Garcia rules there, and a free kick now for the Dominican Republic as we get into the final quarter of an hour. It did just glance off her right arm. Here's Mason. Played wide for Pinto. That's a foul against Nadia Colon. And a free kick once again for the U.S. Have a look at it here. Pinto now wearing the captain's armband. It's Duong standing over it. And she will send it in. Towards the top of the box, flicked on by Yates, trying to put it into the path of Macy Bell. Yates couldn't quite find the right touch. Pressure being shown by the U.S. as they want to continue to add on. The flag was raised, and it will be a foul against the U.S. But prior to this tournament, just a few weeks ago, was the Concacaf Olympic qualifiers. So we'll take a look at the foul here by Yates. And Laura Harvey, who was recently hired to be this under-20 coach, was spending some time with the full national team, of course, knows many of the players on the roster due to her coaching in the NWSL with Utah Royals most recently and Reign FC as well. So very familiar with the roster, but she was there in Houston most of the time to speak with Vlatko Andonovski and come up with really a full plan and of what they want this to look like. It's a new coach here at the U20 level. Of course, Vlatko Andonovski, a new coach the senior national team as well. But a lot of praise coming Harvey's way as Della Peru-the gets into the box. She was, some would say, a candidate for the full national team job, but Vlatko Andonovski getting that job at the end. A nice position here for Laura Harvey as well. Here at the under-20 level as she looks to qualify for the Under-20 World Cup coming up later this season. Della Peru-the, cross coming in. The whistle blows and offside is the call. Bit of a confusion of where this should be taken. We've agreed on just outside the box as Victoria puts it back into play. Played back for Julia Dole. Now Sierra Enge. Sierra Enge making her first appearance in this 2019-2020 cycle for the under-20s. Her first appearance period rather. Another free kick for the United States. Caitlin Duong. This one swung in. Lopez, brave coming out of goal. It's still in there, and Lopez, she got back on her feet and was able to take it out of the path of a few American attackers. She distributes to Urania, who puts it right out. Still one more sub available for Diigo, Gutierrez, and the host nation here today in this tournament. This game was put out of reach and really taken control of pretty early on by the U.S. A statement with 3 goals in the opening 12 minutes. Just one since. Still a 4-0 advantage, nothing to sneeze at. Clase lays it down the line, looking for Oviedo. Oviedo goes down, and a foul will be called. And Nessa is also down. Maybe Cramps getting the best of her. Laura Harvey coming over to help. Another look at it. There's Nessa getting her foot in there. This one swung in. The U.S. down to 10 players for the moment. Follow-up shot is blocked away by Yates. U.S. trying to come out on the counter. Jarrett is the intended target, but now it falls for Macy Bell. Looks like Nessa ready to come back on. Remember, one more game here today from the Estadio Olímpico Felix Sanchez in Santo Domingo. Cuba against Honduras. Both those sides looking for their first result in this Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship. Here's Yates. Ahead for Jarrett. Gets a touch to it. Goes right into the path of Lopez waiting in the box. Wide again for Mason. Deflecting off of a Sanho and out for a corner kick. The final sub will be used. It's Ana Santos to come on. Now the captain, Alisa Oviedo, will make way. Good match for Oviedo overall. Struggled to get time on the ball, though, early on in the match. Grew into the game. Corner taken here for the U.S. Jarrett flips it in. They're trying to play an offside trap. The official on the shot, and it's saved by Lopez. The offside trap didn't quite work how they wanted it to, but Lopez able to make another big save in between the sticks. Now Fishel again. Pinto. Pinto takes a right-footed shot, and it was not too far away. Just on the turn, decided to have a rip. Why not? This one just a little bit too tall. Here's a look at the chance from Fishel a moment ago. Didn't get the cleanest of contact on it. And Lopez down to the right, able to make the save. The last few minutes here from Santo Domingo. Going for Fishel, back for Peru-the. Peru-the on her right foot, going for goal, and it's just wide into the side netting. He's been a spark since coming on for the U.S. Getting up this left flank, also getting back and doing her defensive responsibilities quite well. Yates on the turn. We're now to play again. The U.S. made 6 changes coming in to the match today. As Laura Harvey said, she would use the whole roster throughout the tournament. The only player who has not played yet is Sophia Smith. And we'll see when and if she is used throughout this competition. Here's Mason. Peru to the shot, and skying it out of play, asking for a deflection and getting it. And it's out for a corner kick. As we get into the final minute of regular time. We'll see how much stoppage time we get at the end of this 90 minutes. It was a slight hydration break during an injury, so I expect at least a few minutes. Low driven ball towards the penalty spot, still bouncing around. Had to be dealt with. A Dominican Republic defender just to clear the danger. It's kept in play. Duong, another cross sent in. An open header for Macy Bell. Nia Fishel was right behind her. That might have been the hat trick for Fishel had that fell for, but Bell couldn't put her header on frame. So in the stoppage time, 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this 90 minutes. Maybe still time for the U.S. to score another goal. And through the middle for Fishel. Wide now for Nessa. Nessa again. That referee jersey is It's a dark shade of gray. I'm not going to say there's too much contrast between that and the United States' dark jerseys in this match. Ball sent in all the way to the end line. They're going to say it went out of play. I think Meza a moment ago played that almost to the referee, thinking that was a teammate. Luckily for the U.S., the play continued for them. That ball definitely out past the end line. .90 seconds to go. A lot to like for this United States side today. There was that end of the first half, really after they scored that third goal, it almost felt like they let off the pedal just a little bit. They still did get the 1 second half goal, but there was a moment where the Dominican Republic really looked like they were a threat to get back in this game and at least put 1 goal up on the board. They had 2 or 3 good opportunities in this match. Here's Fishel again, and Lopez having to slide in to clear it away. I also have to give credit to Lopez in goal for the Dominican Republic today. A good performance for her, even though giving up those 4 goals, denying plenty of other opportunities that could have been goal-scoring chances for the Americans. Long cross sent in. Headed up in the air. And cleared away. Dionisio was there. Lopez was right behind her. We're through the 3 minutes. And there is the whistle. All 3 points to the United States. A dominating win for the Americans today here in Santo Domingo. They did what they needed to do. Fishel with the brace. Rebecca Jarrett added another one in the first half. Brianna Pinto put it out of reach in the second half with a 65th minute goal. That's going to do it here from Santo Domingo. It finishes the Dominican Republic 0, the United States 4. Highlights from this match between the Dominican Republic, the host nation in this tournament, and the United States of America. Here from Estadio Olímpico Felix Sanchez in Santo Domingo. And the United States came out of the gate firing, 3 goals in the opening 12 minutes. And here was the first one, Brianna Pinto to Fishel. Picking up right where she left off as well. Her 6th goal for the under-20s in just her 2nd appearance. And her 6th goal in this competition as well after 4 goals scored against Cuba on Saturday. So that got the U.S. going. And then a few minutes later, it would be Rebecca Jarrett in the 8th minute, able to put it in the back of the net after getting around the goalkeeper for the Dominican Republic. At that point, all she had to do was put it on frame, and that was going to be a second goal for the U.S. So at that point, 2-0 to the Americans after just 8 minutes of play. And then just 4 minutes after that, there's Kennedy Wesley down the left. Mia Fishel in the middle, just muscling her way into the middle to get on the end of that cross. A good ball sent in right at the top of the 6 by Wesley, and Fishel an easy finish. That made it 3-0 there at the time. There would be some more chances for the U.S. in that first half. With a lot of credit, though, to Lopez in goal. Came up with some big saves. There were also a couple of chances for the Dominican Republic in that first half as well. This was the last kick of the first half. Sanho sending a free kick just wide. That was the last kick there of that first half. And then into the second half, there were plenty of chances for the Dominican Republic to get back in this match. The U.S., of course, also had opportunities to add on to their goal total. But Lopez coming up with some saves and some stops to keep her team in this game. And here was maybe the best chance of the match. Right in the path of it. Sanho was one-on-one with the goalkeeper and just couldn't put it on frame. And then a few minutes later, the U.S., that was a big save. Pinto nearly had a goal before she got one. Eventually, later on in the 66th minute, that was a great save. And then Jarrett to keep this in play. Really good effort. She could have let that just go out for a corner. Instead, keeps it in play, keeps it alive. Pinto all alone in the middle. In the 66th minute, it was then 4-0 to the Americans. And that was all they would need. Well, they really only needed the one goal to get across the finish line. Another clean sheet for the U.S. today, and they've taken 6 points out of a possible 6 points in their first 2 matches, and a goal differential of +15. Later on, Mia Fishel, some more chances, and another save there for Lopez. Peru-the came off the bench today for the Americans. Put in a good shift at left back. She came on in the 55th minute, got just over a half hour on the field. But that's how it ended from Santo Domingo. A 4-0 win for the U.S. So one more game coming up today in Group C action. It's Cuba and Honduras, but for now, it finishes the Dominican Republic 0 and the USA 4.